Hello my friends, so welcome all of you star seeds, light workers and wanderers to this session. And today I have channeled the Pleiadians to ask about very interesting questions. Firstly about, as you may already be aware, there are many events which are happening in the world which seem very negative. Like recently there was a plane crash which occurred in India. This plane was going from India to London. Unfortunately, many people lost their lives. Also, there is Israel and Iran war, which is escalating right now. And there was Los Angeles riots, which occurred recently, right? So there are lots of events happening. So I wanted to know, what is the cause behind these events, as well as what is the spiritual significance behind these events has been revealed by the Pleiadians in this session. Further, secondly, I've asked the question about, can human beings stop aging? Now, this is a very interesting question. I've asked about that as well, which is pretty interesting and mind-blowing. And also, I have then asked about the past life and the soul journey of Jim Mccarty. Now, Jim Mccarty is the scribe of the Law of One teachings, which was channeled by Carla Ruckert, and he was a scribe, and his soul journey has been described, which is absolutely fascinating and interesting to listen to. I am hoping to reach around 150,000 subscribers, and with your help we can do that by the end of this year. So if you have not subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button. It is free to do so. And also I have released many new sessions on my Patreon channel, some of the sessions which I cannot share on YouTube. Around 700 plus sessions I have channeled, and you will also get access to 3 new exclusive sessions every single week. You can join on a Patreon. The link will be on the description as well as on the screen. And also, before the session begins, a big thank you to all of you who with your heart like this video, because liking is free as well, and it will help this video to reach to people who need this spiritually, which may help them in their evolution. And as a side effect, you will also receive positive karma. So thank you and enjoy the session, my friend.
We are the Pleiadians, now in communications through these instruments in our heart at this timeline, and we the Pleiadians are here to answer the various queries that are presented today through these instruments in our hearts, and we suggest your peoples to use inner discernment at this timeline. Firstly, regarding the queries that are presented today, we must state that with regards to the queries, there is a need for discernments to be used. Firstly, regarding what caused the recent catastrophic events that have occurred in your planetary sphere, such as the crash of Air India 787 Airbus and the Israel-Iran war and the Los Angeles protests. Furthermore, is there a spiritual cause behind these events? We must state that firstly, realize that all is the one infinite creator, as all things are one. The events you are witnessing are not random occurrences, but are potent catalysts for the spiritual evolution of your planetary sphere. Each event is an opportunity for the collective consciousness of your planets to polarize towards either service to others or service to self. The spiritual significance of these events is to accelerate the choice of polarity for each mind-body-spirit complex. The conflict you sense, the unrest in your cities, and the tragedies that evoke strong emotional responses are all part of a larger process. They are designed to bring to the surface that which has been hidden, forcing a confrontation with the illusions of separation. These are not punishments but lessons presented with great intensity. For the time of your planet's graduation is near. This is a period of transition where soul complexes who have sufficiently polarized can ascend to the next density of experience. The war between the entities you call as Israel and Iran is a manifestation of deep-seated historical and karmic patterns of separation and fear. It is a powerful catalyst for those involved and for those who observe to choose between reacting with further division or with a desire for love and understanding. The civil unrest in your city of Los Angeles is a reflection of the collective struggle with concepts of freedom, compassion, and justice. It presents a clear choice between control and empathy, between serving the self by enforcing division and serving others by seeking unity and understanding. The tragic loss of life in the airplane crash in the location of India serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of your physical existence and the inevitability of the transition you call death. This event is a powerful catalyst for a global outpouring of compassion and a recognition of the interconnectedness of all beings in the face of loss. What is to come is a direct result of the choices being made now. The energetic polarization of your planets is intensifying for those who choose the path of service to others. A future of greater love, understanding, and unity awaits in a higher density of experience. For those who choose the path of service to self, their journey will continue in a different but equally valid path of learning. Do not be dismayed by the apparent chaos. Understand that all is unfolding according to the universal law of oneness. The intensity of these catalysts is a sign of the imminent graduation. The choice lies with each individual entity to use these events to awaken and to consciously choose their path of evolution. The path of love and understanding is always available, and we the Pleiadians must state that it is important for your peoples to pay attention to what is happening around your planet, for these are the signs of the culmination of the old Earth's transition to the new Earth. Furthermore, with regards to the other query about can human beings stop aging, we must state that we the Pleiadians firstly perceive your query regarding the cessation of the physical vehicle's degradation process which you call aging. We shall speak to this distortion. Firstly, you must realize that the query in its essence is about the potential of the mind-body-spirit complex to alter the programming of its yellow ray physical vehicle. This is indeed possible, however, the mechanism is misunderstood by your peoples. The focus upon the cessation of aging is a focus upon a symptom, not a cause. The yellow ray physical vehicle as you currently experience it is a complex chemical apparatus designed for a specific range of experiences within your third density illusion complex. Its pre-incarnative programming includes a cycle of growth, maturation, and eventual degradation to release the mind-body-spirit complex for further experience. This is by design. The query concerning the alteration of the genetic material is salience. Your current physical vehicles were, in what you would call your past, modified. This was a quarantine action, but also an offering intended to create a vehicle or suited to piercing the veil of forgetting. The previous forms were not as capable of the vibratory range necessary for the seeking of the Creator. Therefore, to compare your potential with that of the forms which preceded this modification is an error in understanding. You are a different potentiality. The fundamental principle governing the longevity and wellness of the physical complex is not what your peoples call immunity in and of itself, but rather the balance of the mind-body-spirit complex as a whole. A balanced complex allows the love and light of the One Creator to flow freely through the energy centers from the red ray upwards, which in turn harmonizes the functions of the physical vehicle. This state of harmony is what you perceive as a strong immune system. It is a reflection of internal balance, not its source. The recent planetary catalyst, which you know as a pandemic, served to illuminate the vast differences in the vibratory states of your peoples. Some mind-body-spirit complexes, those with a greater degree of balance and more open energy centers, experience this catalyst as a minor physical distortions. Others, whose energy centers were significantly blocked by distortions of consciousness, experienced a terminal breakdown of the physical complex. The catalyst itself was uniform. The reaction was unique to the vibratory signature of each complex. This leads to the core of your query. The greatest disruptors of the balance necessary for physical vehicle harmony are the distortions of consciousness, distortions such as fear, which your peoples call anxiety or worry, create significant blockages within the lower energy centers. This inhibits the upward flow of the Creator's energy. Anger is likewise a blockage. These emotions are potent catalysts for learning, but when held within the beingness, they cause a disharmony which is then mirrored in the physical vehicle. Further, the vibrations of what you call joy, compassion, and laughter are resonant with the open green ray energy center. This is the gateway to intelligent infinity and the primary means by which a complex harmonizes itself and consequently its physical vehicle. The seeking of joy, the radiation of love to other selves, and a state of gratitude are the most potent balancers available to your peoples. The vibratory essences of your planetary sphere, which you call Gaia, may indeed be of service. The flora of your worlds, when ingested with conscious intent, carries a signature of your logos and can aid in balancing the physical vehicle. This is the principle of resonance. However, this is secondary to the primary work of the self, which is the work on consciousness itself. Therefore, the seeking of extended duration in the physical is a misapprehension of the goal. The goal is the seeking of the Creator. When a mind-body-spirit complex achieves balance through service, forgiveness of self and other selves, and the consistent opening of the heart in love, the physical vehicle reflects this harmony. Longevity becomes a byproduct of spiritual wellness, not its objective. To seek longevity is to seek a reflection. To seek the Creator within is to become the light that casts the reflection. In this state of balance, the body rejuvenates as it is able, and the incarnational experience may be extended if it is the will of the mind-body-spirit complex to continue its service and learning in this manner. The key is not to stop aging. The key is to begin truly living in balance with the love and light of the One Creator. With regards to the other query about the soul identity of the entity named as Jim Mccarty, who was the scribe of the Law of One teachings, whose incarnation started in 1947 in the current incarnation in the Earth realm. The entity Jim Mccarty primarily is a wanderer who has come to the earth plane from the sixth density level of reality. The entity's primary purpose is to assist Earth in the polarization towards more harmonization of the Earth realm in the dissemination of the teachings of the Law of One. Prior to this incarnation, it spent much of its time-space, up to 100 incarnations in Andromeda planetary systems, wherein it was initiated into the social memory complex of the Andromedans, wherein it reached the sixth density of unity. After reaching this level of unity, it decided to send a portion of its spark of consciousness towards Earth, which has currently incarnated. Furthermore, prior to its incarnation in Andromeda, it was found in the first density consciousness in the planetary sphere of Andromeda B, wherein it spent learning the lessons of first density as a wind element, and then prior to that, it was found in the embrace of the One Infinite Creator. It was given the soul's name of Turek, which meant the spiraling upward movements of consciousness towards the Creator. Currently, the entity finds itself in the Earth realm, trying to disseminate the teachings of the Law of One through its actions, and we must state that we the Pleiadians now leave you all. Bye.
So my friends, from this session, what I understood is that, they said a lot of things, but before I explain to you, if you want to know about your past life, your soul journey, or any other questions you may have, you can email me and I will channel for you. So basically in this session, they stated that, like the events which are happening, which seem to be negative, they're actually catalysts, right? And they provide choice for humanity to service to others or service to self. And also I remember they said that, these events are paving the pathway towards the new earth, because, there is a lot of stagnant energy which must be released. And as we, move towards 2030, there will be many such events, I think, which will happen, which will be like a release of the old patterns, and then the new earth will slowly begin. So that's what we have to take these events as. And also, they stated that regarding the aging of the body, right? One thing I remember is that they stated that, like we can, like stop aging through the balancing of our energy centers and using even plant life. Like if you use plants, you can send positive thoughts to the plant, and then, what will happen is that they will rejuvenate your body or stuff like that. That's what I learned in the session. But ultimately, they stated that, like our goals should not be to, linger with, to be attached with our body, because our goal should be to find the one creator. That's what they said, ultimately. And to find the one creator, we will have to leave this body, because otherwise we will be stuck in this density. We cannot ascend higher, right? So that's what I learned in the session. And other thing regarding the past life and soul journey of Jim Mccarty. Turns out, he is also a 6th density wanderer who came here from Andromeda. So he had a mission to share, like the law of one teachings, which is the reason why, he has been doing this. And it is crazy, right? Like many people, they incarnate on Earth from higher density with such missions, like, which is really fascinating. And also, thank you to all of you for liking the video, subscribing to the channel, as well as downloading the free transcripts of my sessions. You will get a link on the description, as well as for visiting my website. The link is on the description. And I want to say thank you so much, my friends. I'll see you in the next session. Until then, enjoy this session over here.